When I go up to Stansted Airport to do a pickup, just outside of the airport area, probably about half a mile down the road, there's a little service area where you've got a garage, a McDonald's, and a Starbucks. Each one has got a car park. Generally, what we do as a taxi driver, we car park surf. We go from one to the other. You're allowed an hour in Starbucks, an hour in McDonald's, and 30 minutes in the garage on the end. So it does help when you're trying to move around and, use your time accordingly. Each of these car parks have a restriction on them. If you're not out within a certain amount of time, they will try and issue you with a penalty charge notice. If you agree that, the parking management companies need chucking out and demolishing, subscribe to the channel, because you'll certainly agree with me. Now, in the Starbucks car park, when you drive in, there's a big camera stalk right on the edge with cameras watching the whole car park. And I've heard stories that if somebody parks their car in Starbucks, walks off of site and goes into McDonald's for a burger or taking a piss, come back and drive away, you'll get a penalty charge notice in the post. So that proves that somebody or something is watching everybody walking back and forward on that site. I thought that's very odd. Turns out it's not the only place. There's a shopping centre with that set of rules in as well. And have a look at this. Calls for talks to stop £100 car park fines for crossing the road to use the toilet. I mean, I've never heard anything so daft. Many drivers have fallen foul of the strict parking regulations, and this is St Anne's Way Retail Park. And you can see here, city leaders want a meeting with Gloucester Peel Council bosses over the diabolical parking rules, which has seen dozens of shoppers hit with £100 parking charge notices. Many drivers have fallen foul of the new strict regulations introduced at St Anne Way Retail Park. So what's actually happening, and I'll highlight the relevant bit here. Basically, they get 2 hours parking. So they can go in and do their shopping and go away again. But there's toilets across the road. So if they're seen to park up, leave the site on foot to go for a pee and come back, they end up with £100 fine for it. I mean, I know some countries charge you to use the loo, but that is generally taking the piss, wouldn't you think? And I think, if the council don't end up dealing with this situation, then I think the local residents, and at the end of the day, people power can do a great many things if you think about it. But to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, any lawyers out there, and I know there's at least a couple watching, is this data protection in action? Is there data protection issues at play here? Your personal information, your whereabouts, you're being surveyed without your permission or consent. Very dodgy ground all over having a pee. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you want to see another one of my videos on this kind of thing, you do that one there. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.